Hello and a nice, big, healthy, warm welcome to all the phonies, the mahonies, and of course, the jabronis. We're back at the Foxhound Show for another, count them, another episode today. You're crazy. You're absolutely crazy. I spoil you guys. I know. Don't let it go to your head. I can see it. I can see your head swelling. Don't let it go there. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh yeah, baby, we're in it to go. When last we left off, we slew a vampire. That was neat. Let's see what else. We climbed the tower. We fought a god, as you like to do, as one is wont to do. And so what we want to do now is make our way in. So let's go on our infiltration. Let's see here. Do we have the ability to fuse by result anything else? Just Robo Robin. We do not want just yet. Alright. And then there's our handle for making, but we don't need no making, so yeah, that one just controls that. Alright, let's get to it. First off, I'm gonna see if there's anybody new. Alright, we already have you guys, right? Oh, hold on 1 second. Alright, sorry about that. We're back to it. Freaking people will not leave me alone today. I'm telling you, I swear, it's a nightmare. It's an actual nightmare. But here we are. Excuse me. Where's my game? There we are. Alright, these guys are not new. Like I thought, they are not new, which means they are old hat, which means that they are old history. Slap. Goodbye. Easily dealt with, and they're worth pearls. We do like some pearl clutching around here. Okay. Panacea. We like to see it. Mining bomb for the mines. We take those. An elixir. We really take those. Shining book friend. Do we care about shining book friend? I feel like we minorly care about shining book friend. Because I'm pretty sure we have not grabbed the shining book friend before. Yeah, got him. Go ahead, go to storage. Level 34, looking schmexy with it. Alright, now, ain't nothing down there. We got 2 entrances here. Let me get the mini map up and... Oh, we got ways to go all around here. Alright, first things first. Yes, we know jellyfishing. Get out of here. Blight them. Over with. You're cancelled. Okay, let's go this way, because it doubles back, right? Shows us that there's a way to go from up above that'll cut back into that. That's interesting. Is up actually not a path, though? Oh, more Bigfoots. Hello, Big Feet. How you doing? Get out of my way, Big Feet. Alright, we'll go through the bottom area first. Alright, some elixir. Very nice. Chug it and churn it. And then we got a candle over there. Why are they already showing us a candle? Ooh, Devourer, guys. That's right. That was one of the friendos we were able to fuse, right? Yeah. I remember Devourer. Didn't really use him for much, but we had him. He was available. Another area for salvation. We will go ahead and save. Oh, It's a surfing gator. Before we deal with surfing gator, friend, I do want to explore the rest of the sewers. Blapped, smacked, clapped. Done with them. Yo, if your aqueducts are full of three-headed death demon dogs, I mean, like, I'm not saying that maybe you got an issue, but like, alright, that's the mid underpass. What does straight mid do, though? That gets us right here. So really, there are entrances, but they're not marked. Ifrit, we already got you. We got you, homie. Get out of here. Alright, let's go north first. Okay, there is a switch there. Let's go ahead and hit that. Long way around, huh? Jellyfishing, as we do. Yep, Winged Dragon of Raw brings them in like eating raw ground beef. You're gonna get sick, you're gonna get dead. And that's what he does for him. That's what he absolutely does for him. Winged Dragon of Raw, bringing it raw. Ain't nobody surviving it. He don't pull his punches, he just murks. Winged Dragon of Raw takes him down. Raw damage. Raw DPS. Alright, we got several things of interest around here. That's just a dead endo. That's a bomb. This should be the path down to this. More iron ore. We'll take all that. Oops, didn't see that. You're immune. Do I cast? Or do I just take the damage? Super Gust for weakness. Goes to the Darkened Soul. Does not matter. Actually, could not matter less. Broke him straight in half. Nice. So we got that little bit of something. What's in here? Possibly something really good. Another bomb. Give me the bomb diggity. Oh, excuse me. Rewards for secrets. What do we got? Cobalt. Of course, we got a lot of friendos just hanging out, doing their thing. And cast. Can we cast something on you? Yeah, get illuminated. Call it an illuminated manuscript. Alright, it's actually a lot of goodies. But right now we're in the uranium phase, which means that all of them goodies are kinda not really suiting us. Okay, more jellyfishing. Bring them to their knees. Take them out. Donzo. Donzo Fonzo. Next up, we runzo over here, though. Come on. Alright. I think we're in fairly good shape to be able to challenge this enemy, so... And I don't think we're high enough where we actually unlocked anything, but you know what we will do? We will register. Get everybody all registered up, and then fusion by result. Kagatsuchi is no. So what do you require? You could do Goliath and then ooh. Goliath and Hades is a possibility. But what do you make? Absorbs fire, is weak to earth and wind. Do we care about that? Not really. I mean, it would be nice to have him, but just to have him out of the move pool. But so Hades, how about Metatron? Metatron and Ghost Pirate could do it. Fortunately, our boys are not shiny there. Maybe we can get shiny versions though. And then the old Rabby Rabbin requires Raw and Ghost Pirate. Man, I don't know what to do. Immune absorbs but weak to water and weak to light. We could put the Aqua Absorb armor on him, and then he's only weak to light. Super Shock, Super Gust, all. And Absorb an Electric ain't bad. And then what do? You're weak to Earth and Wind. We do have the Earth Plate. So... I don't know, man. We kind of need the space. Yeah. I think we fuse them. I think we absolutely refuse them, and we fuse them. Fusion by result. Go ahead, give us Kagatsuchi from Goliath and Hades, and you got Super Torch All and Revive by Natch. And then Goldfinder Plus we want. And then Brilliant Aura. We gotta have it. Fusion by result. Give us the Robo Robin with Winged Dragon of Ra and Ghost Pirate. Brilliant Aura is necessary. Super Scope is interesting. Wide Range Plus is very interesting too. But Earth Attacker is also a possibility. Just to get that element in there. I gotta try it. Yeah, we peep it. Alright, and then what we want to do is we want to get these guys equipped with stuff that coincides with their weaknesses. So you're weak to water, which means we can remove this from you. Aqua Plate can be replaced with yeah, this is the recoil one, right? Sure, Blood Armor's back on you. What were you weak to? You're weak to water. We're gonna give you the Aqua Plate. Get you the Aqua Plate right now, and then for weapons, we'll give you the axe so you can wide range everybody. And then you, Kagutsuchi, Friendo, what do you want to do here? You needed Earth Plate, I think, right? Because you're weak to Earth. Yeah, you're weak to Earth. So we go ahead and we throw on Earthen Plate on you, and sheesh, what do we give you? I guess maybe the Cobalt Mace doing something for you? Could be. Yeah, I like this setup. And then let's make sure we didn't lose or gain any new... Nah, nothing new. Alright. Alright, we got a crew. We got an actual crew going. Should be able to deal with an arrogant alligator. Oh, we want you though. Shiny Devourer. You got a weakness, but you live, which is good. I'm so glad Orb's a tank. Catch him off guard. Oh, give me a second. Alright, let's get back into it. Let me just make sure that my recording is still going good here. It is solidly solid. Let's go smash a gator. Let's go and get this gator. Yo, boy has been hitting the gym though.
Dude, what are you doing?
Hey, dude, what are you doing here?
This is my spot.
This is my spot, man. Can't just be walking around here. It's totally uncool, man.
Through. We're not trying to impede on your territory.
I'm not trying to impede on your territory, huh?
Hear you, man.
I can't hear you, man.
Try taking the headphones.
Try taking the headphones off.
Huh? I still can't hear you, man.
Oh.
Well, whatever, dude. If you're not going to leave, then I'm going to have to make you leave.
Yeah, the voice acting wasn't coming through. Apologies to everybody for double downing on the on ye old voice acting there. Oh man, we got it in one. Goodbye, Gator. Kagutsuchi, do we care about the sleep strike on you? I mean, we could get rid of the super torch all in order to get you sleep strike on everything, but that limits your capability of hitting everything. So, yeah, no, we don't go for the sleep strike on you. Got a lot of goodies from that last fight, though. All right, Gator is dealt with.
This must be the town Blaze was talking about. There's a shop, an inn, a crafting workshop. Let's head to the inn. That seems the most likely bet for finding information.
Here we are. All right, we make our inroad at the inn.
The scientist came stumbling through here earlier. He seemed upset about something and kept rambling on and on about some hatchery. The innkeeper and I had to carry him upstairs.
All right. Pressing for information. Geez, I wonder who the doctor could be. Maybe the guy in the white lab coat? Nah, couldn't be.
It's maddening. What have we done?
Huh?
I can't live with this shame. How could we have been tricked so easily?
This guy's delirious.
Slow down for a minute. What are you talking about?
The Crown. My team. It was the Crown. They sent me and the others to a laboratory on a remote island. They told us we were doing research on the demons, to find how to calm them, to reduce their violent natures. It was a noble cause. Or so it was supposed to be. We were told we'd be finding a way to protect humanity from the demons. By sequencing their genes. Sequencing their genes. In order to find what makes some feral and violent, and what makes some less so. Then we'd breed genetically modified demons with more domesticated traits, and release them back into the wild to populate and spread those genes. But it was all a lie. A damn lie.
What do you mean?
The Crown tricked us. They didn't want to breed domesticated demons. They wanted the opposite. Instruments of war. More horrific, more powerful demons than you can imagine. An entire army of them. Our laboratory was nothing more than a hatchery for these demons. A hatchery to breed, fuse, and manipulate the genes of these vile creatures. All for cementing the Crown's ironclad grip on this world. But if only that were the worst of our sins. The Crown was taking greater and greater risks with their experiments. I couldn't take part in it anymore. I escaped. I ran away. That was over a week ago. And now I'm here.
What's your plan now?
I don't know yet. I'm going to wait here a few more days and get my head together.
Where is this hatchery located? Do you remember?
It was... I don't know the exact location. It was on some island, far from the Crown's fortress. We were never allowed on the ship's deck when we were sailing. They wanted to keep the location a secret.
Apollo, this is precisely the type of information we were sent to find. We must report back to Blaze.
Agreed. A remote island hatchery. for breeding massive numbers of genetically modified demons. That must be what they're using to supply their army's demon summoners. If we put an end to it, we may have a chance at fighting the Crown directly. Let's head back through the Mugen Underpass and return to the base.
Interesting. Mucho interestos. Before we leave, let's bother the locals a little bit.
Scientist. I think there was one staying at the inn.
This is just a normal workshop. We ain't getting no uranium from these guys, so I'm not worried about it. And, what's this? That's the manhole, right? Gets us out of there. What are we looking for?
A surfboard. Well, it sure would be faster than walking. Sorry, Bart.
Oh, minigame time? Mate? Okay. Okay, we got jumps too. I don't know what we're collecting. I can only imagine that light brown orange balls flowing through a sewer. Geez, I wonder what that could possibly be. Alright, we took a little bit of a hit there. Alright, let's see what we got. Score's looking at 15 so far. I mean, I like that they put it in there. I don't know what the point of it is. Is it really faster than walking? It don't seem like it's faster than walking. Seems like it's actually a lot slower. Like we're taking the scenic path. Maybe there's a reward for doing well in this little sequence. Maybe. At least an achievement, hopefully. Alright, let's see. Doing a little subway and surfing. As one does. And, done. Score 25, score 50, score 100. Wind plate for 100? Yes. We're gonna try it. So how exactly do we, like... Do we gotta do something with the demons? Is there... There's only really 2 buttons. Maybe we fight the demons in midair? Not looking like that's what it does. I'm not really sure. There's gotta be a way that we can do something with the demon boys, right? Nail them out of the park or something? I'm trying to figure out if our controls do anything. You know what? Let's switch the controller and see if any of these do anything. Not really. Yeah, not really seeming like that does much of anything. And we can't, like, bash these guys out of midair, right? So, what's the, how do we get extra points, then? Do we look for the shadows and then bash them? No, we just take damage from that. Alright, I might have to do a quick giggle search there. Eternal Exodus Sewer Surf, right? That's what we're looking up? Alright, let's find out. Do a little bit of a Google search on this one. Alright. How to get a high score in Eternal Exodus sewer surfing. Let's find out. To unlock Surf's Up trophy until Exodus, you need to earn all 3 rewards. Surfing minigame, you must consistently avoid obstacles, collect every available point icon, and survive as long as possible. Priority the power-ups. Grab every magnet or point There are no magnets or point multipliers. Say at the center top of the screen, especially in the late surfing stages. I don't think, I think it's hallucinating. Because I don't see any sort of multipliers. No markipliers, no multipliers, no it-pliers, no outpliers. Like, I would totally if there were, but, there's gotta be a way of doing something with these, fashion friends, right? Yeah, there's gotta be something that we're supposed to do with these guys. Yeah, there's gotta be, because they don't even do contact damage. I don't know, man. I do not know. Being right on their little thing when they jump doesn't do nothing. We're supposed to hit them mid-air? But we got no, like moves or nothing? That's definitely, not gonna help us none. Alright. Well, we didn't take any damage, but like... Alright, this is definitely... We're definitely missing something. There are no difficulty options in the minigame. There are no point multipliers. And there are only the orange floating balls over the sewer water and the occasional monster that jumps out at you. And there is no endless mode. It always ends after about 40 points worth of orange globes. Alright. There is no endless mode, no multiplier, and the game strictly ends after you collect around 40 orange globes. You cannot rely on surviving long time to build up a combo. Instead, getting a high score requires achieving a perfect run by grabbing every single globe and mastering the fixed spawns. Collect every single globe, max is 40. Spot the monster jump triggers. Jumping monsters are the main threat, meant to force you out of the correct lane and make you miss globes. Monsters jump at fixed intervals instead of panicking. Smooth lane transitions. There are only 40 globes, each is worth 1 point, but there's a max score of potentially 100, and I'm not sure how to earn additional points. Yeah. In fixed length minigames, this specific point structure, the remaining 60 points are hidden in performance bonuses and hidden triggers. Monster near miss graze bonus. Since you cannot kill the jumping monsters, the game awards extra points for style and risk. Instead of moving lanes early to completely avoid a monster, you must switch lanes at the absolute... You don't switch lanes in this minigame. Yeah, AI is hallucinating hard, boys. You're absolutely right, and I'm deeply sorry for assuming standard lane switching mechanics without double checking the exact controls. Since there are no lanes to switch, the minigame operates on a single track where you input controls your vertical positioning, jumping, and ducking horizontal. Because 40 orange globes only grant 40 baseline points, the remaining 60 points Monsters stop jumping on monsters. Instead of dodging away from the monsters, your main source of extra points comes from using them as a platform. When the monster jumps out at you, you must time your jump perfectly and land directly on top of it. I guess we'll try. I figured it was something like that, but I felt like we were hitting them. And then, I don't know. No, we just kind of jumped through them. Doesn't appear to do that. I'm trying to time it so that we don't meet them in air. We don't meet them mid-water. No. Jumping at the monsters absolutely does not work. Maybe we gotta... I don't know. It doesn't appear to work at all. There's gotta be some sort of button press or mechanic that I'm missing. There's gotta be something, right? Is there something in the background that I'm missing? The monsters don't appear to have collision at all. Yeah, they don't do anything. Dude, I don't even freaking know what I'm getting myself into. What is this? Am I encountering a bug or... The monsters jumping out don't appear to have collision or even hitboxes. They do no damage upon touching the player, and they just kind of exist. What is this? Yeah, I completely give up on trying to guess the hidden mechanics. I've clearly been giving you awful advice on entirely different runner games, and you have been incredibly patient with me. If there are exactly 40 glows, each is worth 1 point, and the monsters pass right through you without hitboxes or damage, and the raw gameplay itself will only ever give you 40 points to bridge the gap, awarded purely as an automatic in-game calculation bonus for achieving specific clean run conditions. Yeah. No. Bronze trophy. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna watch somebody's playthrough of it. Show me the Eternal Exodus minigame here, because I am out of options. Let's watch somebody else do it. Okay. Hold on. When he does it, there's like an input. He can bash. Why can he bash and I can't bash? Why can he bash and I cannot bash? Why do bash? Why do bashing? How does he do it? I'm looking at a dude in his thing freaking bashing and crashing, and I cannot do no bashing, I cannot do no crashing. I can't even do no smashing. But then again, the level that he's on looks different. It appears as though it's some sort of in-air control. You know what? Let's go back to controller. And oh, there it is. I don't know what button that's supposed to be. Alright, well now I know what to do. I guess I gotta use controller for this, because there's no button on the keyboard that actually works for this. But we figured it out. Now we can do it. Alright. Now that I got it, alright. I understand now. I have become one with the subway surfing. We smash and bash. Okay, and we can even do it from the ground, standing position. Oops, missed that guy, but we weren't getting a perfect run out of him anyway. So, if they don't hurt us, then we're just out here bashing them for funsies? Yo, we're kind of brutal. Kind of metal. Alright, so uranium. Perfect. Try again. I got you this time. Oh, I got your number, you freaking arrogant, what are they anyway? You guys are... I'm not exactly 100% sure what they're supposed to be. We got him. Oops, I missed that one. Is there a quick retry? No, there isn't. We just gotta sit and wait for it. That is, obnoxious. Yeah, I don't even care, dude. Get me out of this. Get me out of it. I don't need to jump, though. I gotta remember that I can hit them while they're down, as long as I, there is no perspective, there's only hitboxes. Perspective is a lie told to you by the, by Big Pharma. Big Pharma wants you to believe that hitboxes are real, that depth perception is a thing. Alright, they've been lying to you. Lying to you for years. But I tell you the truth. I tell you the absolute honest truth here on the Fox Sound Show. There is no such thing. There never will be. Never was. Is it possible to get over 100? It is. Alright. Never mind. Never mind. We do not have to give up. High score obtained. Baby, now that we know what we're doing. Alright, the wind plate is definitely something we want to keep. No, we don't try again. We're done. Let's never do that again. Now, who's weak to wind? Water weakness, light resistance, wind immunity on Robo-Robin. Wind weakness is a thing on you, so if we can get you the earth immunity, then give you the wind immunity on the other armor, you'll actually be in a really good spot. That'll cover everything, so neato. Absolutely neato. I think we can just go ahead and head back and speak to Mr. Blaze. 420 Blaze it, coming at you fast. Alright, let's go speak to Mr. Blaze himself.
So, that's what we learned.
A hatchery on some remote island?
Where could that be? Roscoe's the one who keeps tabs on all our intel. What do you think, Roscoe?
Hey, just 'cause I'm the tactician doesn't mean I know a thing about geography.
True. William, any ideas?
There's a large forested continent east of here. It's south of the continent where Minden Village was located, so I've seen it many times on my trips here.
Did you see anything suspicious on that continent? Anything that could be the hatchery?
No, not quite, but that's the thing. The land is covered with trees. You can't see anything there at all.
So it'd be a perfect place to conceal a large building, eh?
Exactly.
The scientist said it was an island. Could he be referring to an entire continent?
Just a matter of semantics, I'd say. A continent is just a large island when you think about it.
That's a
Based on the way the
cop-out.
scientist described it, something still feels off. If that were it, why wouldn't he have just said the word continent? My gut says it's located elsewhere.
And it very well could be, but the description of its remoteness does fit, and the cover provided by a dense forest. It's almost too perfect.
It's the best guess we have so far.
I'll send a few of our guys out exploring while you're out. Maybe they'll turn up some more info.
Leads on other islands, I mean.
While we're out? Wait a minute. While who is out?
We agreed to 2 missions. Let me guess. That's our second mission, isn't it?
Bingo. You and Bart make a great espionage unit. If anyone can sneak into this hatchery and confirm or deny the scientist's word, it's you.
Fine. One more mission, but I shall depart immediately afterward, and I'll be taking my boat with me when I do.
As is your choice. We won't stop you.
All right, let's get this over with. We'll sail east to the forested continent and search it for the hatchery.
Neato. Okay. Yeah. All right. Were you always there next to the archery range?
More from the other side of death's door. I mean, the world is different, but I still feel like me. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's an ambiguous thing, friend. It's an ambiguous thing. Alright, leave the HQ. And then, yeah, let's set sail. So we're heading due west. Let's go to the west here. Looking for forested continentals. So it definitely ain't here. Yo, we could grind up against some level 35 monsters really fast, but that might be a little bit scary for us. So yeah, this is a little bit better for our level. Where are we going first? I guess let's check out the beach area first, or this little nook over here. Ask Tom. He knows where the nooks are. Alright, let's travel around. Maybe we'll get some new friendos popping up anytime now. Any place now. Any friendo. Hello. Sure would be good to see you. Alright. You're not new. If anything, you're old and you're crusty. Get out of here. Well, we know there's that facility there. I really don't see anything else that looks like it would be anything over here. Other than maybe up there on that island. I guess we can peep that real fast first. Man. Although it might be story beat to go there afterwards. Though the monsters here are not likely to scare me. No. No, we've already dealt with all of these guys. They were in the vampire mansion. They do not scare me. You do not spook me. I do not care. I don't see any interactables, so it must be an after. Must be an after thing. Maybe we can get ourselves a good old-fashioned airship one of these days. Maybe, because my legs are small. I don't do leg day. You just absorb everything. Do we even fight you? I think we just leave you. Yeah, we don't even deal with you. If you can't be got by a couple of slaps upside the dome piece, then we don't need you. Alright, let's see who this is supposed to be. Ancient temple, huh?
This must be what we were sent to investigate. It doesn't look like any sort of hatchery.
You're right. But let's check it out anyway while we're here. An ancient building, tucked away in a forest for who knows how long.
Fair point. I'm curious too now. Let's go in.
Boy really forgot about his wife getting croaked pretty quick, huh? I mean, it hadn't been that long. But okay, fair enough. Ancient temple, huh? Not seeing anything here or here, so let's pull up. Oh, I got no mini-map for this? Oh, I got no mini-map for this. Neato.
This is incredible. According to this book, this temple was constructed hundreds of years ago, years before the crown existed, and the people of that time lived in constant fear of demons. They offered human sacrifices to those demons in an attempt to appease them. And somehow, through those sacrifices, they accidentally discovered a connection to the world of the living. What kind of connection? That remains unclear, but I'm going to find out. I'm going to go look for books in the other rooms. I'll see you up ahead.
Okay, dude. You be careful now. Okay. These guys can be easily dealt with. Domed them, blapped them, and smacked them. More Byron. Love to see it. Okay. That made that blue. So, sure, that's probably leads to something, right? Surely it does. Super Gust or Super Shock, Earth Attacker will leave you Gust in wide range, so you can hit everybody. And then we can equip you with something else. And for that, let's give you the Cobalt Spear. Get that poison chance up. If we get an anvil, we probably want to create another mace or something.
Ah, Apollo. I was reading through that book over there. It talks about angels. Angels lived in this afterlife at some point. Maybe they still do, even. Though I can't say I've seen any.
Angels.
Demons who admired humans and who chose to help humanity. The demons would baptize themselves in spawning pools, and as a result, they'd take on human-like appearances. Human-like, except for the addition of wings anyway. And although they'd look human, they'd still retain demon-like powers. It says in the book that demons and angels alike would travel to the living. Demons to harm humans, and angels to help them.
Angels and demons would travel from the afterlife to the living world?
That's what the book says, but it doesn't elaborate how. Perhaps that's in another book. I'm going to take a look around and see what other books this temple holds.
Interesting. Very, very interesting. Alright, we got a little ore for that. We'll slap down that. Get some more frog legs. Sure. Oh, we can get shiny Raijin. That would save us some trouble by getting that through shiny in the register. If and we happen across them. Otherwise, I'm not that worried about it. But I will give it a peek, to see if we can't churn one up. If we don't, I'm not worried about it. I'll give it one more encounter. Yeah, let's get one more in on him. Oh, you got Poison Strike as the passive. Right. Don't care about that. You can get Mega Gust, though. Mega Gust, I'd rather have the wide ranging. Yeah, not worried about it. Alright, come on, one last one. We'll try it. Got a whole bunch of nothing out of that. Unfreaking fortunate. That's gonna cost us a bit of a turn. Don't really matter though, because it will absolutely decimate. Done. Alright, well, we didn't get it, and I'm not all that interested in sticking around to find out, so, sure. Okay, we get another section of temple. What's this do? Ah, we got another one of these puzzles. And then we got this one. This is the odd one out, huh? But it's still, I mean, it's easily solved. Okay, that's a Zeus, right? Hey, Zeus, see I'm home kind of situation. We'll take him. You are immune and absorb. Let's heal everybody before we end up costing ourselves. We got a weakness. You can probably take the bozo and clean house. Slap you for the weakness. And then pass the turn, I guess. Blapped. Smacked. Clapped. Blapped. And a story. Yeah, so we'll bop you. Bop you. Bop you, and then bop you. Done. Some eye skull chunks, just in case. Not really sure what that did. Probably has something to do with the big pillar of flames that hang out outside of our door here. You know, just as one does. Some salt, though. We do need salt. Probably from the deep sea demon friends there, giving us salt.
Fascinating. This is a book about reincarnation. Hundreds of years ago, the ancients discovered a mystical portal underground. For decades, they made human sacrifices by throwing themselves into the portal. They considered it a painless, instant death. But what they didn't realize is that when someone went into the portal, they didn't die. Their soul was transferred into the world of the living, reborn into a new body.
Similar to how one's soul transfers to a new body when we're reborn into the afterlife.
Precisely. And although they'd lose all their memories when being reincarnated, those memories would slowly return to them once they returned to the afterlife.
So, once their reincarnated selves died, they'd come back here and remember it all. Remembering all their past lives. Remembering the reincarnation portal. Everything.
Right. That's how they came to realize the nature of the reincarnation portal. Those who'd been reincarnated would return to the afterlife upon death, decades later, and tell them.
It says the portal is underground. Is it under this temple?
Let's see. No, it says this temple was built long before the portal was discovered. The portal is somewhere far west from here. This sounds like a lot of nonsense to me.
You don't believe it?
No. I believe in the teachings of the acolytes of the third world.
That's the religion the Crown pushes. Do you trust anything the Crown says after?
Enough! Don't you dare speak her name. Charlotte believed. Charlotte was an acolyte of the third world too. She was as passionate a believer as I was, perhaps even more so. She prayed at the church every day. Every morning, without fail, she was there. I was an acolyte before I met her. But through her, my faith grew even stronger. Acolytes of the third world believe that there's another world beyond this afterlife. We believe that the way to reach that afterlife is not through natural death, but through rapture. We take ether to ensure we will live long enough to be raptured into the third world. The proof is there. People disappear from the afterlife all the time. People who live safely, far from demons, still disappear. The Crown assures us that these are people who are raptured away into a better world. Charlotte never lost faith. I won't either. This temple is full of lies.
Couldn't two things?
Did Charlotte really believe in the Crown's religion? Or was it part of her cover as a member of the Resistance? Either way, Bart needs time to reconcile this inner conflict himself. His grief over Charlotte, and knowing that the Crown, that he's been serving all this time, is responsible. It can't be easy having your life suddenly upended like that. I'll give him some space. In the meantime, I bet this temple has more secrets to uncover.
Wouldn't it be possible for two things to be true at once? Like a third world karma buildup, but also that you could go back to the world of the living to get even more karma or something? You know, building on that cycle of death and rebirth, eventually culminating in something? I'm just putting that out there. Your boy is like, no, absolutely, there's no room for anything else but like, Super Gust All does good damage. Man, that cleaned house. Hey, we got another puzzle here. Just gonna make sure that all this makes sense before we... Oh yeah, easy time puzzles. Kinda wish some of the puzzles were a little bit tougher, but here's what it is. Only thing you could really get stuck on is that one there. Can we torch these guys? No, you would just absorb it. Double strike? Double strike would work. Do I go ahead and use it? I think I do. Just get rid of all of them. Alright, Super Scope could come down. We don't care about that though. Super Scope is interesting. I do like the idea behind it, but I don't think we can use it. Mega Heal. I think I'd rather keep the Revive. Yeah. Rather keep the Revive and Gold Finder. Gold is just too valuable. And until I got such an excess that I can't even move because my pockets are so heavy. Yeah. Boom. Done. Let's go ahead and keep a quick save. And let's go and just make sure that there's no new summons that we can grab. Scarab is the next one that we unlock. How close are we? We're level 35? Let's see how close we are in the next encounter to level 36. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and skill these guys down. We know a double strike is just about enough to send them. Getting them with the El Bozo. Aqua immunity is maxed. Terra immunity is maxed. Alright, what can we do here? Super Gust All. Brilliant Aura. Earth Attacker. Man. Do we change it back to normal affinity of damage in order to get Aqua immunity? I think we do. We want the immunity more. And then we've got Terra immunity. Do we get rid of Gold Finder for it? I think we have to. Yeah. Had no choice. And then I think we register all of these boys. Alright. And infusion by result. Still not quite enough. Alright, let's get your magic back up to where it should be. And then I don't think there's an anvil around here to use, so I think we just go for it, right? Probably some ancient sacrificed mega demon beyond here, so
This room is a dead end. It must be the core of the temple.
It's very cold in here.
Indeed.
And something feels off.
What is this massive orb for, I wonder?
Help me.
The orb can speak.
No, I'm an angel. The demons trapped me in this orb hundreds of years ago. Place your hand upon the orb and break the seal to free me.
An angel? The books were telling the truth?
Should we free it?
Let's try it. I need to find out whether this angel is real. I'm going to try and break the seal.
Halt, humans.
What the hell is that thing?
Learn some manners, disgraceful human. I am the guardian of this temple. Long have I watched over this imprisoned angel, ensuring it does not escape.
Why? Why did you lock it away?
Death would be too merciful. It must suffer in confinement for eternity for its sins.
Its sins?
Hundreds of years ago, it was this angel that first taught humans to use nether.
Nether. That's the rock-like material that's used to create subjugators.
Huh?
The rock-like nether resonates at a particular frequency, putting demons into a mesmerizing trance. That's what allows us demon summoners to summon and command demons.
Indeed, You've enslaved us with our own source of life.
Your own source of life?
Ignorant human. Nether is what gives demons biological immortality.
Just like ether does for humans.
Yes, it's no coincidence. Ether, a liquid found deep underground, hardens into nether over thousands of years. When you humans mine ether, you're depleting our future nether. It's bad enough you use our nether to control us, but to go ahead and threaten its very existence, to extend your own lives at the cost of ours? You humans have a way of ruining everything. Wisdom should bring prosperity. Instead, the more you humans learn, the more you destroy. Which brings us to this angel. If not for this very angel, we demons would still control this world, and it would be a just, righteous world. You humans would still be hiding away in caves, cowering away from our strength. But now, all because this angel taught you to turn us against each other in battle, we have to stand by and watch our world be destroyed by your selfishness. I will not allow you to free this sinful angel.
Okay, he don't exactly look like the art on the overworld, but sure. Let's get him. Double strike. Hit him hard. Hit him fast. Hit him with a little illumination. Oh, he's dead. That was anticlimactic.
Thank you.
You're an angel. Aren't you supposed to have wings, like the statues?
Yes. At one time I did. As you may know, an angel's wings symbolize its covenant with humankind. An angel's wings gain feathers when it helps a human. When those demons captured me, they clipped my wings as a symbolic act of revenge.
That's terrible.
Demons really hate angels, huh?
Indeed. We are considered outcasts. Criminals even, all for helping another species instead of just our own.
That's right. That book said angels used to be demons.
Yes, we admire humanity despite its flaws. That's why we dip ourselves in spawning pools, allowing us to take on a human-like appearance. We know we can never truly be human, but we aspire to be more like you and less like the beastly demons. I envision an afterlife run by humans, not demons. Most demons are too foul, too bloodthirsty, too power-hungry. You humans share some of those traits, sure, but you also hold other ideals. Ideals that very few demons hold. Ideals of justice, mercy, kindness, and love. That is why I brought humans' knowledge to create subjugators all those years ago, in hopes you would better this world.
You mentioned other angels. We haven't seen any. Did the demons get to all of them while you were locked away here?
No. The organization you now call the Crown did that during their rise to power. They massacred the other angels. As you can imagine, this discouraged other demons from becoming angels.
What? But the angels helped humans. Why did the Crown want to eradicate them?
To stop the cycle of reincarnation.
Reincarnation.
Hundreds of years ago, long before the Crown took power, there was an angel named Uriel. Uriel brought humans the wisdom of reincarnation. He created a reincarnation portal deep underground in a land far west of here. This was a portal which, when entered, would cause a soul to be reborn into the world of the living. The reborn soul would lose its memories of the afterlife, living a fresh life, starting as a baby. When it later died and returned to the afterlife, all memories of any previous visits to the afterlife would return. We angels tend to believe in personal freedom. Everyone should have the choice to reincarnate, to leave this world and live a new life, if they so desire. But the Crown sees people as its slaves, the eternal workforce it needs to run its factories and build its structures. The Crown envisions itself leading humanity toward a utopia. I see it as restricting individual liberty, as did most angels. Angels' beliefs and the Crown's beliefs are fundamentally incompatible, so they sought to eliminate us entirely.
This is a lot to take in.
And there was another reason the Crown hated the reincarnation portal.
What was that?
Demons would occasionally escape into it.
Huh?
Yes, it wasn't just humans who could reincarnate. Demons would enter into the portal, and be reborn into the world of living humans. This is where fairy tales came from. Humans would spot these creatures and write stories about them. Goblins, fairies, and so on were all just demons who escaped from the afterlife into the world of the living.
So the crown was trying to protect the world of the living from the demons?
Indeed. And perhaps that part of their motive is respectable. However, there surely would have been a better way than to seal away the portal and slaughter the angels, if that were their only motive. They could have maintained human access to the portal while defending it against demons. In the end, it's all about control.
That reincarnation portal. Does it still exist?
Are you planning to go looking for it? As I recall, the crown was never able to destroy it, so instead they hid it away. They built a giant fortress directly on top of where it was buried. But the portal itself is very loud, so if you could get to the basement of that fortress, I'm sure you could find it easily.
Incredible. Imagine the power we'd have.
Power?
Keep your intentions noble. But in any case, I thank you both again for freeing me from my prison. It has been hundreds of years since I've stepped foot outside this temple. I think now is the time. There's only one more thing I'd like you both to know before I leave. This afterlife and your first world are not the only two worlds. There are many more worlds, many more densities. Your paths will soon cross with another being who will explain all. For now, just know that your intentions create ripples across time and space. Live a life of service to others, and you will be rewarded in all lifetimes and in all worlds. Goodbye for now.
What should we do?
Let's go back to the base and tell the others what just happened.
Actually, very interesting plotline.
So, that's what happened.
This is quite interesting. You didn't find the crown's hatchery, but you may have found something even more important. Now, there's some bad news. A lot has happened while you two were out on your mission.
Huh? What happened?
It's about our leader, Blaze. He's dead.
What?
He and a few others attempted to sneak into Western Baltica via the Mugen Underpass, just as you two had done previously. It was intended to be a simple mission, as you two had already cleared the way through the sewers. But the Crown had reinforcements waiting in ambush. They must have heard word of your earlier travels. Blaze and another one of our men were lost in the ambush.
No way.
Is this our fault?
We may have been too obvious when we were going around asking people in that town for leads.
No, don't blame yourselves. You fulfilled your mission just as Blaze himself ordered it. Had he wanted you to do things differently, he would have commanded you so. And in the end, he sacrificed himself for the cause, just as he was always prepared to do. While we mourn Blaze's death, we also need to think ahead. We need to find the Crown's hatchery quickly. And just as importantly, our group needs a new leader. I know what you're thinking, and it's not going to be me.
Yeah, you would have gotten my
You were
vote.
the mayor in Minden Village. You'd be a great leader, William.
That's precisely why. I failed in Minden. My short-sightedness is what caused the Crown to find out about our operation that was truly the goal of Minden. You see, Minden only existed for two purposes. The first was to rescue newcomers from spawning pools as they were born into the afterlife, giving them a home in the village. A few of our villagers, part of a secret group of rescuers, took on that responsibility. The second purpose was directly related, to train the brightest of the villagers into demon summoners for the resistance.
I see.
Blaze told me in the beginning to be careful about training too many demon summoners at once. He knew that if the Crown caught word about how many subjugators we had, they'd know we were up to something more than just protecting the village. But I became careless. The number of resistance members here on this island was shrinking. We were losing people in combat faster than I could train them. So I had even more subjugators shipped from the island to Minden, so I could train more people at once. That's how the Crown ended up finding out. Had I been a better leader, had I had more foresight, all those lives would have been saved. In any case, I want you two to lead us. You two will lead the South Island faction of the Resistance.
Huh? What?
In your 2 missions, you two have already demonstrated the kind of level-headedness and adaptability we need. You found your way into enemy territory via unconventional means and gathered the intel we needed. And then, even though we mistakenly set you off in the wrong direction when searching for the hatchery, you ended up finding something even more profound. I know your obligations to the Resistance ended after 2 missions. We made an agreement that you'd be given all the ether you need in exchange for completing 2 missions, and you've fulfilled your end of the bargain. But the Resistance could grow into something great under your leadership, I know it. We could grow this ragtag group into something powerful enough to finally take the Crown on, head on.
Wouldn't it be better to put one of your more senior soldiers in charge?
Senior soldiers? My boy, most of the soldiers you see on this island are fresh recruits, about as new to the group as you are. We've suffered heavy casualties and occasional desertions under Blaze's leadership. Terrace and Roscoe are about the only 2 long-term recruits we have left, but each has their niche here. Neither is interested in being the de facto leader.
I cannot accept. I have my own purpose now. I need to find this reincarnation portal and see it with my own eyes. With that, maybe Charlotte... Well, I just need to find it and see if it's real.
I understand. But let me ask you this. This reincarnation portal you're seeking is said to be far to the west, right? That sounds like it would be in Western Baltica. That's the half of the continent that the Crown has locked down under the tightest security. And going through the Mugen underpass isn't an option anymore. If you want to get to the reincarnation portal, you'll need help getting into Western Baltica.
That is true. If we prioritize finding this portal, I will remain with the group for the time being. But I have no interest in being the leader of a group of dirty bandits. Apollo would have to be your leader.
As you wish. And to be honest, I'm quite interested myself in this reincarnation portal as well. If what you two told me is true, there's something much bigger at hand than our squabbles with the Crown. So I'm personally on board with finding this reincarnation portal. But that's ultimately up to the new leader to decide, if he accepts his new leadership position. What do you say, Apollo?
Well, I plan to stick around only for the 2 missions upon which we initially agreed. But I can't pretend I'm not interested in finding out about this reincarnation portal. And if it's true that the Crown's building a massive army at their hatchery. Even if I were to return to a life of solitude, it wouldn't be for long. Sooner or later, the Crown would find me. They wouldn't just let our recent incursions go unpunished. So I have no choice but to fight the Crown. And maybe one day, I, you, all of us, we'll all be free from their tyranny. I'm still not sure I'm the right choice for this job, but I'll do my best. I humbly accept your offer to lead this resistance.
Great to hear it, my boy. You'll make a fine leader. Let's make an announcement to the others. But first, if you're going to be the leader, you need to look the part. Let's get you suited up in some shiny new armor. You know, something that commands respect. A subtle visual that will reassure the others that they're in the hands of a capable leader in these times of turmoil. And when you're ready, let's go make the announcement. Inspire our people. Let them know that now's the time to make a stand against the Crown.
Yo, liking the new duds?
Hello, everyone. Bear with me. I'm not much of a public speaker. In fact, I'm not sure I'm really the right guy to be up here right now. But I'm going to do my best to try and be the leader you all deserve. I know this is a strange time for all of you, with Blaze gone. Most of you are relatively new here, just like I am. And now we're all wondering the same thing. Will our group even continue to survive? We don't have a choice. It has to. It's not possible for any of us to return to normal society under Crown rule anymore. They have us all marked for death. They know who we are. They may not know where we are, at least not yet. But they know we're out here, and they won't stop looking for us. That's why our only chance at survival is to take the fight directly to them. The obvious question is this: how can a small group like ours even dream of taking on a group as powerful as the Crown? Fortunately, we have valuable intel on our side. We know that most members of the Crown's army aren't experienced demon summoners. They spend their days patrolling the countryside, not training their demons. As such, they can only handle low-level demons. But their army is strong because they have a seemingly endless supply of those demons. When one falls in battle, they simply replace it. This is why they can overpower any opposition. They simply outnumber everyone. But if we could fight them, little by little, we'd be able to diminish those numbers. We'd be able to thin their demon supply faster than they can catch them. There's only one problem with that. As it stands now, they'll never run out of demons. They have a hatchery that's supplying their army with endless reinforcements. So, our first priority is to find and destroy that hatchery. Once that's completed, we can start a war of attrition, slowly diminishing their numbers. We'll find patrolling Crown members and eliminate their demons, one by one. And then, once the herd has been thinned, we'll assault the Crown fortress head-on. Bart and I will find and destroy the hatchery. Meanwhile, I want the rest of you to spend this time training your demons. When the assault happens, I'm going to need all of you at your strongest. We know that the low-level goons of the Crown's army are weak, but we have to assume their leadership is full of experienced demon summoners. We need to be ready for that battle. There is one more thing I should mention, and that's this. There's more at stake here than just our own survival. This is a battle for the survival of free will itself. When Bart and I were on our last mission, attempting to find the hatchery, we found something else. We stumbled across an ancient temple. In that temple, an angel explained something to us. He explained that there's nothing more important in this reality than the exercise of free will. And I'm inclined to agree. Here, we have some control over how we choose to live our lives. But the people out there, the people who are still living under Crown rule, they've traded in all control over their own lives for the promise of eternal life. They have no agency over their own lives anymore. They work day and night to enrich and empower the Crown. The Crown uses fear to enrich themselves. They keep the populace in constant worry that they'll lose their jobs and thus their access to ether. They've been told that they'll eventually die without ether. They don't know that it's only a half-truth. The truth is that while our physical vehicles may someday die here without ether, and that day may be soon for those of us with summoning sickness, or it may be later for the rest, but our souls live on forever. There are many worlds, many afterlives. Our souls are on an eternal exodus from world to world, experiencing all possibilities that reality can be. In theory, we can stay here as long as we wish with ether, or we can die and see what's next. And there's yet a third option. According to this angel, there's a reincarnation portal somewhere in Crown territory. With that portal, one may choose to reincarnate back into what we call the first world. The Crown sealed the portal off and hid its existence as part of its scheme to keep us locked here. I'm determined to find and reopen that reincarnation portal. People should have the right to decide which world they want to experience. There's far more to this reality than we realize. It's time to take back that choice from the Crown and give it back to the individuals. It's time to restore free will. I hope you'll join me in that effort. Thank you.
Dude just dropped an entire freaking novel on him.
So where do you think this hatchery is?
From our previous intel, we know it's on an island somewhere. Not a continent, but an island. Apollo and Bart have explored the areas east of here, and it wasn't there. It's also not on any of the islands south of here. We already had people look there, so that just leaves the Arctic islands far to the north, past Baltica.
That must be it. Okay, Bart and I will sail far to the north and find the hatchery.
Interestings. Alright. Well, let's go ahead and make some goodies since we've got uranium. Alright, making goodies now. Elixirs, we can make those. But we can also make some enriched uranium, and I think we want to make, like, most of it. Alright, and now we can make elixir, glow claws. Attack all enemies twice, huh? Interesting. Don't necessarily need it though. Mega Illuminate deals heavy light damage to an enemy. That's whatever. Glow armor. Umber ward gains resistance to shadow damage. That's kind of whatever. Glow gloves. Thorn poison. Enemies attacking this will be poisoned unless immune. Glow boots. Radiant wood. Enriched uranium. Let's just make like 4 elixirs and use up all that enriched uranium. Radioactive belt. 100% outside of battle's not bad. If we could get enough uranium to actually be able to use it though. Alright, we're on to chapter 7. We're cruising. Do we wanna... Did we get any levels on anybody? No, level 35. Our next one is level 36, so... I guess we head up north, huh? But they mentioned islands to the south. I don't really see anything to the south, huh? Not really. We can only dock on beaches, which means that we can't explore everything, but I think, I'd say it's reasonable to assume that, yeah, we could do something real nice later with, like, an airship, like that one, buzzing around. Maybe, I don't know, but maybe they would like to give us that. Just to requisition it. It's for a better cause. Alright, so we know it's on an island. Probably not the mainland. Can we dock on this? No, we cannot. That's looking like an island up there. Let's circle around. Can't dock here either, right? No. Interesting. And can't dock here either, can we? No. Hopefully we can dock up here at this most northernmost area. Would be neat. I'm thinking that we're probably a little over halfway through, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, we're supposed to be able to dock here, right? Is any of this beach or something? Not really looking like we're gonna be able to dock here either. Huh. So then, so what then? Sail the snowy island to the north. We're trying? Unless it's that one. I guess that's gotta be it then. Alright then. We'll do it. Sure. That is beach there, so... Yo, that airship is taunting me. I want to sink it so bad, man. Like sheep detectives, man, I want to bash it. I just want to bash it, man. But whatever. Whatever. So how do we get up there, then? Oh, that's how. Well, we got our mini-map cruising, so I guess we explore. Some salty salt. We'll take that. Some uranium, good for enriching. I'm feeling enriched already. A full rev. We'll take some of that. We got Winged Dragon of Raw. This is an opportunity to definitely wow, he hits like a truck. Luckily, the heal all should basically get us back up to snuff here. We'll just bash and crash a little bit here. Alright. Finding out about ourselves real fast. Yeah, they hate us for a lot. Alright, they ain't got nothing on us. We're bashing them. It was a fluke before. They ain't got nothing on us. More or less. I like the fact that the snow disappears over time, or at least the footprints in the snow. That's a nice touch. Lots of Zeusies. We can pass your turn. Slap you with all that. We got poison on everybody. We'll slap you, bash you, and then we'll pass your turn. So that Robo Bird can do its thing. Done. Beat them into the dirt. Very nice. Pretty sure we've explored the majority of what we can get a hold of, right? Oh, ambush? Not good. Alright. We can deal with it. We get them with the weakness. We get them with the slaps. We miss. Big miss. Didn't exactly love missing that. True aim is just... If we get that on a weapon, we might just have to keep that. Okay. Ain't nothing doing there. We will save Hearts of Ice. Did we get to level 36? We did, which means we've got a new summon available. So I say we go ahead and register everybody first, and then fusion by result. So Scarab's available. Mega Darkened Skull and Super Scope. Robo Rabbin. He's not shiny, but could be. Robo Rabbin plus Metatron would do it. Do I hold off? I could also do Kagatsuchi plus Metatron though, right? But Metatron's got that nice break will though. But we do want to condense these lines, right? The only thing that you're rocking is the Revive and the Brilliant Aura, and the rest of it, though, we can kind of go without. So, yeah. Brilliant Aura we gotta keep. And then we can reteach Terra Immunity, right? So do we want to just keep the Revive? I think so. Plus, it's just, wait, why would you be shiny? Don't know. But, Brilliant Aura, and then Revive, right? That's what we wanted to keep on you? Yeah. Some reason you kept shiny, and I'm not 100% sure why. But sure. Understood. Fusion of our boy Robo Rabbin with Zeus would make Behemoth, but we can't grab Behemoth yet because we do not have the strength. But that's okay. We want to go ahead and register our new friend. And then, Neato. Many Minotaurs doing many Minotaur things. We'll go for the big universal heal. Go for the big slap. Hit him for that. Yeah, that physical weakness is a problem. So let's go ahead and get Scarab Friend equipped with something. Wind Plate? Sure. Just to get it on there. And then we'll slap on the... we'll slap on the claws on you. How about that? Devour is a shiny friend. We'll give you the Majestic Belt. Jelly Tome is also a shiny friend. You can have a basic belt. That guy's belted. Metatron, you can have a belt too. And then Zeus. Hey Zeusy, you so fine. Get a belt, you blow my mind. Alright, perfect. Can we enrich more uranium? We do have enough stuff to enrich. Glow claws are an option. Do we want to make a pair of glow claws? I'll make one pair of glow claws just to have it, and then we'll look at what level. Oh, ain't nothing at level 14, huh? Interesting. I don't know whether that means that we just skip a level or if that's the end of the crafting tree. Can we not get in? Hello? Is there a way around back? Get him Orbeez. Alright, he's got Super Shocker. Do we care about that? No. Do we care about Super Scope? No, I don't think we do. Now, you've got access to Super Shocker, Super Dark and Soul, all Mega Dark and Soul. Nah, we get rid of that. Looks like we're gonna have to find another way to get in then. Because, that does not appear to be an entrance. Blapped, smacked, and clapped. Good amount of iron. Some good Byron there. Yeah. I mean, this has gotta be it, right? You would think. It's the right level range, too. Mighty Winged Dragon of Ra. And then, Phoenix. Square Phoenix. Yeah, this dude is just a magnet for getting slapped on. We're gonna have to see what we can do about fusing you into something else. What can you fuse into? You could become Poseidon, but we'd need level 38. You could become a Chalice with Carabarus. I don't know. But that, yeah, that physical weakness is pretty freaking rough. Oh, there we go. Weird that it wouldn't let us in before, but we're here now. Let's register everybody. See, 28 through 31. Probably some new friends here. Chalice is just gonna attack. Yeah, I don't know that we can afford that. Okay, so you deflect it. I guess we burn you with torch. Yeah, I don't think we can tolerate this dude. If we fuse you into Orbilite, and we can inherit the Brilliant Aura, right? Because, yeah, we can always regress into one of our party friends, right? Scarab is level 36 with the Cobalt Claws, Brilliant Aura, Revive, Super Scope. We could summon, like... Ooh, like Hades? And then try to fusion into that? Like Scarab plus Hades would make the Crocodile Crunch, huh? Alright, let's see. Who else is in the right tier of stuff? Maybe Phoenix? And then fuse Scarab into Phoenix would make Fireworm, which is level 39, which is still above us. We are quickly filling our roster. Fused by result. Sludge is an option. You could be Hades plus Phoenix. Alright. Do we really care what you have? We'll keep Super Heal and True Aim. How about that? Fused by result. Chalice, Ra. You don't really care about any of that, right? We'll fuse Zeus. Man, we could make some really crazy dudes there. Let's fuse Metatron into just something. Is there anything that we can get you that would be prompting to be shiny? It would not. Alright, well, we can register all these dudes. Register, 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 and register. I mean, it's not bad. We just need to get to like level 37. I think I grind to 37 really fast just to get the room in our party. Alright, we want to pass your turn because you will just cause us problems. Yikes. Ouch. Robo Robin will get you down. You just reflect that, so we want to torch you. Got him immediately. Alright, we need to throw potions on some folks. Well, actually, maybe not. Maybe we just throw revives and elixirs on folks? Yeah, because, I mean, we got the elixir for days, right? Alright, let's see what else we can drum up here. And the 18 to 31 bracket. Well, actually, you know what? Let's go and see if we can get a little bit. 28 to 33, that's new friends. Oh, we can spec into shiny if we go here. Okay, this is good. This is really good, actually. Blapham, you're immune to a lot of stuff. What about Gust? We'll get the weakness on these two dudes, and then we slap you. Yeah, we can spec Robin into Robo from that. Yeah, baby. Alright, we go until we find shiny Robo Rob. Robo Rob, where are you? Reminds me of Mecha Mina, actually, from, whatchamacallit, Dragon Quest, right? Because, Mecha Mina was over there, and this is Robo Robin. Just saying, there's the theming. Level 37 obtained. Super Scope got by the Jelly Tome. The epitome of Jelly Tommy. Fusion by result. What can we make? Behemoth can definitely get online. Who are you? Like Zeus and Sludge together would make Behemoth, right? You've got True Aim and Wide Range Plus, and then Earth Attacker, and then like Super Illuminate All. Kinda looking cracked. Alright, we head back to it. We now know what Behemoth offers us, and the answer is behemoth-y things, which no one should be surprised by. He doth doeth the behemoth-y type fellow stuff, as one is known to do. Iron ore, mugwort, bloodstone. Not a lot of uranium to go around, though. I mean, weapons grade uranium, probably not the most common thing to find, but still. Alright, we got shiny chalice, which is, you know, whatever. We got a lot of nonsense there. Pass the turn. We're gonna skill on these guys. Break them in half, and then super shock them. There we go. Super soaker, super shocker. Alright, magic defense down. Not important. Get rid of it. And then brilliant aura. Super darken all souls. Yeah, sure. We'll replace that with that. We should get... Yeah, you are equipped, so you're fine. Is there a way to get you to have something else? Not really. Do all of you have the brilliant aura, though? Yeah. All of you do. Which is better. So yeah, I guess we go until we get... Oh, you're new. Dark Gaia. Did we get you shiny? I don't remember. I thought we did. Yeah, I definitely think I remember we got you shiny. But now I can't quite remember. Pretty sure we did get Gaia shiny though. Merciful Swipe, Devourer actually has got it. Love to see that. Come on, show me something. Show me a whole lot of nothing, huh? Immune but weak. We do it just to get rid of these guys. Absolutely necessary roughness. Throw on a super darkness strike from the abyss. We'll take a little bit of fire damage, but the rest of this is easy to clean up. Gale immunity. Right. Right. Let's get rid of Super Scope for the additional immunity here. Complete Wind immunity is now on deck. And now we can switch that for the Earth Plate and get you an immunity to Earth. You still take a lat from physical, which is not amazing. But we can accept it as a cost of doing business. Yo, what does it take to get the old Robo Robin geared up though? Give him the gusto, and they're done. Just sticks, man. We're just getting sticks. I would love to get Shiny Robo, and then we can spec that entire line into Shiny. But so far, we're getting everything that ain't. Do we do that? I think we pass, and then we throw the Gusto on him. And then you're immune to regular attacks. So we'll pass, and then we'll hit you with the old Torch of Justice. Passing the torch to him. Alright, Super Heal on luck from the Jelly Tome. The Epiphany of the Tome. I don't feel like the background music really fits the aesthetic of the fact that we got a bunch of monsters doing monstrous things, you know? We will hit you with the base thing. We will hit you. Can we go for the catch now? Catch rate is medium. We'll give it a shot. Mostly because I'm not super afraid of what these guys can do to me. Robo Robin ain't taking none of it. Gaia does its own thing. What can we do to catch you? We got him. And there you go. Shiny Essence unlock. Don't care. Do not care. Alright, we throw a torch down on you guys. Burn them up. And now we got level 38 as well. That's what we were looking for, baby. That's the stuff. Alright, first off, register everybody and everything. Fusion by result. Croco Crunch and Poseidon are now available. That would be Metatron plus Behemoth. Metatron plus Behemoth would result in the totally non-shiny Croco Crunch. What would Poseidon need? Robo Robin plus who? Plus Scarab. We would have to fuse those lines, huh? And then Scarab plus Metatron is also a possibility. I don't love it. I do not love it. But I guess I could fuse these lines into this. And then Cast All and then Break Will. Those have to get preserved. Alright, and then Poseidon is just Robo Robin and Scarab. Well, you know what? We could summon them back. Alright, and then, yeah. Poseidon is Robo Robin and Scarab. And we'll give you Brilliant Aura. And then we'll give you Super Heal's already on you. You've already got Water Absorb, so you don't necessarily need that. Gale immunity is interesting. But what you need is Terra immunity, which we have the equipment for. So, yeah, let's give you Wide Range Plus. And then we'll summon back which one? Let's summon back Robo. Perfect. Alright, and then this is kind of a good setup. Yeah, this kind of works. Absolutely does it kind of work. Because then you are only weak to Earth which we can give you the earth plate, and that will immediately eliminate that nonsense. And then you've got mega bubble, wide range, so you hit everybody. We'll give you the cobalt claws or the glow claws. We'll give you the glow claws for now. And then robo, you've got the aqua immunity, so your water weakness is now an immunity, so you're only weak to light damage. And then we'll give you the cobalt claws, and then like really anything. Maybe we'll give you the helmet. Yeah, we'll do that. Perfect. We'll create a new save there, and we'll register our Poseidon, which is a brand new friend though. Really nothing that we can do until we can get more uranium though. So, but yeah, I like this crew. I like this crew very much. Another ghost pirate. Do not scare me none. You get some immunities, but I think we can probably mega bubble on somebody. Okay, we just off you. And then what do you got for these guys? What do you have for them? Gust? Blaps them. And they're donezo already. Devour got another level. And another skill. Cast all is not bad. I think we go and register that. I don't want to lose that because this is potentially a very good mon. Fusion by result. We could make Guardian Mummy. That was the boss from before, right? Level 32. What do you need? Poseidon plus Croco Crunch would make the Mummy. I really would love for Croco to be replaced with a shiny friend. But, yeah, we don't care about Guardian Mummy that much. Because we already fought it, so that's fine. Get that save underway, and then we continue our exploration. We know there ain't much going on inside of here. We will do a little bit of looking around. Let's hit you for some damage. Hit you for some damage. You've got an immunity. Can we mega bubble onto somebody? Yeah, that'll give you a weakness exploit. And then Super Gust does you guys. That's right. Give me the old save. So that's over there. I can't bring up a mini-map in here, so we're just gonna have to go and deal with that. Lots of friends here. Might just have to deal with the immunity on that dude. The attack gets weakness. We want to go ahead and pass so that you can light them up with the gust. Done. We do not want to teach Gold Finder Plus. We'll keep it because it's useful, but we don't want to teach it. Don't need no tuitions. Give me the bloodstone, sure. Give me the iron, certainly. Alright, next area. 25 smackaroons. This is something we can interact with. Alright. Hit them with the old torch up. The glow up, doing good stuff. We blap them, and then bubble, you guys reflect double strike too, right? Yeah, we'll double strike all. I know it'll just get you guys another turn, but you know what? Don't care. Hit them with the torchins. They're just about done. Blap them with that. We will pass. You're immune. And so now we hit you with the super gust and you're done. Now the question is, do I hit them with some mag potions just in case we're gonna be facing somebody crazy here? I think the answer is yes. Alright, everybody's tapped up. Let's go.
The computer says it opened the door in the other room. Let's go take a look.
Oh, okay. Like, I know we're smithing and we got factories and stuff, but like...
You're here. I was starting to think help would never arrive. Your clothing is a bit odd, but those subjugators on your wrists. You're from the Crown, yes?
I'm afraid not. We're here to stop whatever the hell you're doing here.
Ah, take it easy now. I'm not your enemy. I'm not here to continue the Crown's experiments. Not anymore. As you can see, the hatchery is in ruins. This entire situation has been a disaster. All the other researchers abandoned this place. I'm not here to continue their work. I'm here to sedate the vile beast that sleeps here.
What are you talking about?
Ah, right. You aren't familiar with our research. Let me back up and explain. This hatchery started as a place for the Crown to breed large quantities of demons. We started first with breeding them, and then we experimented with modifying their genes. We were successful in creating demons that were even more violent, even more vicious than those found in the wild. Seeing our success with gene splicing, the Crown wanted us to try something far more horrific. Human, demon, fusion.
What?
Yes, it's something people have pondered for years. If two demons can be fused together, can one fuse a human with a demon? Until now, the answer was no. The differences in DNA between the two were too great. If you were to conduct a fusion ritual at an altar, the ceremony would have no effect. But having fully sequenced the demon genome through our earlier work, we were finally able to modify enough of a demon's DNA to provide an overlap.
And so you fused humans with demons. But why? What's the point?
Isn't it obvious? Instead of merely controlling demons' power, one could have the power directly. No longer would you rely on a demon's obedience. No longer would you be vulnerable without your subjugator. No longer could someone catch you off guard, attacking you before you'd have time to summon your demons.
Incredible. With that kind of power, one would be practically invincible.
Correct. That is the power the leaders of the Crown wanted. Not for their foot soldiers, oh no. If the experiments were successful, this is a technology they'd use for themselves.
So the experiments weren't successful.
The experiments worked. We did indeed fuse demons with humans, and many of them lived. We studied the resulting monstrosities, monitored their vitals, and wrote our reports. Things were generally fine for months. Naturally, they weren't all happy about being confined and studied, but only a few ever ended up breaking loose. Initially, anyway. A few weeks ago, things took a horrific turn. A fight broke out between a few of them, which cascaded into an all-out war. All hell broke loose as they fought each other to the death. The other researchers and I hid out in the mountains until it was over. In the end, only one remained. A human-demon hybrid that had been wounded in its battle with the others. It was unconscious, but alive. We pushed it into this crater and pumped it full of sedatives. I've been here ever since, monitoring it and keeping it sedated. We can't let it out into the wild.
So, what's the plan then? Are you just going to keep it asleep forever?
Of course not. A strong demon summoner needs to kill it. The others were supposed to send for help, but the help has never arrived. I'm starting to think the Crown would rather just pretend this never happened. So, the responsibility falls on you. I'm sorry to have to do this, but I've already started the process of waking it up. When I heard the footsteps and the fighting outside, I thought you were Crown soldiers here to fight this thing.
Why the hell would you wake it up?
It would be inhumane to kill it in its sleep.
Oh,
Everyone
off
deserves
this
a
dude.
chance to fight for their survival. Even a monstrosity like this this creature.
After all you've done, you're going to talk about ethics? That's rich.
Apologies again. I do have to maintain some of my integrity. It sounds like it's waking up now. I'm afraid I must go.
Yo, come back and fight for your survival.
And then, after all that talk about integrity, he just runs off. I suppose mad scientists aren't known for being entirely rational.
Let's just kill this thing and get out of here.
Not like we have much choice. Okay, let's do this.
Alright, so, boss time, huh? Torch him up. He resists the fire and resists the weld. We know you resist that, huh? Do we know if you resist water? Mega Bubble hit. Didn't do that much. Super Gust, how about that? You resist it, but it's not enough to survive. Did I select baby difficulty at the beginning? I thought I said hard, or at least medium. Double strike all would be good, but I don't think I can slot it onto this particular mon, so we don't worry about it.
Guess that's that. We should head back to the base and tell the others that the hatchery is in ruins. This might be the best opportunity we get to strike the crown.
A demon-human hybrid. Incredible.
We have some good news. Mostly good news anyway. The Crown's hatchery is in ruins. Because of that, the Crown's ability to breed demons as reinforcements for their army has been diminished. But it wasn't us who destroyed the hatchery. It was the Crown themselves. They've been experimenting with the idea of fusing humans and demons. Those experiments have recently run amok and left the hatchery in ruins. In a way, that's good news for us. But it also raises a new potential threat. We don't fully understand the power of these human-demon fusions. It's possible that the Crown plans to continue these experiments. We need to strike the Crown's fortress before that happens. I need you all to be ready for that fight. The hour of victory is nearly upon us.
Aren't we supposed to fight a war of attrition, though?
It's almost time.
We just need to figure out how we're going to get to the Crown's fortress. It's in western Baltica, and we can't cross through the Mugen underpass to get there anymore. The shoreline is too high for our boat to land, so that's not an option either. Any ideas?
So we climb over the mountains?
Nah, that won't work. Have you seen how steep those things are?
With land and sea out of the question, it's almost as if we need to fly.
That's it.
Huh?
I saw a red vehicle flying through the sky the other day. Maybe we can track down its owner and borrow it.
A flying red vehicle? Are you sure you weren't just seeing things?
No, I'm sure it was real.
I think I know what you're talking about. I've seen it too. It looked a bit like a flying mushroom.
I know Roscoe has an overactive imagination, but you too, Apollo?
Be a skeptic if you want, but I'm telling you, this thing is out there somewhere.
Say this thing exists, where will we even begin to look for it?
Apollo, you said the vehicle looked like a mushroom. I vaguely recall sailing past a village of mushroom-shaped houses. Perhaps the inhabitants there would know more about it.
That'd make a lot of sense. I agree. We should check out that village before we do anything.
If I remember correctly, the mushroom village was on a small island, northeast of here.
Got it. I'll head to the mushroom village northeast of here.
Okay, let's go.
Bart, are you coming with me for this one?
Not this time. You go ahead and use my boat. I picked up some laboratory notes while we were at the hatchery, and I intend to stay here and study those.
Lab notes? How boring.
Probably a good idea in any case. We need to understand the Crown's experiments as best we can, so we know what we're up against. Okay, I'll head to the Mushroom Village and see what I can find out.
Meanwhile, the rest of the crew socks it to the Crown. Honestly, makes kind of a lot of sense. Alright, pop in the boat. And then I believe northeast puts us where this is Baltic, right? Man, that whole thing is difficult to see when you're rocking it like this. So 35 to 38, huh? Oh, we can save before we go in. Interesting. Yeah, our demons are in good shape for the area, so.
Welcome to our humble village. We are here to teach and assist in any way we can, without violating the law of free will.
Okay. That looks like the flying device, don't it? Interesting. Excuse you, don't walk away from me.
Hey there, friend. You found us. Not many do. Most just stare at the sky and scratch their heads.
That mushroom-shaped saucer outside. I've seen that flying around. That was you?
Yep, that's us. Zipping around, popping in and out of the various densities. You humans have been asleep too long, and we're here to awaken you. To give a subtle reminder, a nudge, that there is more beyond this world.
I'm not sure I understand.
Of course you don't. That's the problem. Humanity in this density, or this dimension, as you humans sometimes say, is stuck. You call this the afterlife, but it's just one of many densities, one of many dimensions. And this ether that you consider a blessing, it's a curse. It's keeping you stuck in this density. Your soul is meant to move from density to density, experiencing all of them, learning from all of them. The Crown promises you eternal life through ether, but it's all a lie. Life was always eternal. Quiet your mind and allow your consciousness to tap into the eternal memory. You will remember the truth. Your soul is eternal. It reincarnates forever and ever.
Reincarnation? An angel told me about a reincarnation portal somewhere on this planet. Is that what you're referring to?
Yes and no. Reincarnation is multi-directional. You can reincarnate up, and you reincarnate down. The portal you speak of, that's reincarnation down, back to what you call the first world. And yet, there's nothing first about it. It's just one of many worlds. Many. If you die in this world, your soul moves to the right on the axis of reincarnation, to a world you haven't seen. But if you enter the portal, your soul moves to the left on that axis, back to the so-called first world. Yes, you experience this density and learn its lessons, and then you move on to the next.
So the purpose here is to learn lessons.
Yes, to learn, to experience. Your life here, and all of your lifetimes, exist for the purpose of spiritual evolution. You learn life's lessons under the many different conditions of each density. Then you take that knowledge back to the source.
The source?
The source is the eternal consciousness from which we all arise and to which we all return. All that exists at its core is only the consciousness of source. All are one. You, I, and everyone else are all source consciousness. Just a matter of source viewing itself from different lenses, different angles. Source's purpose for fragmenting itself this way is ultimately to know itself. It creates the observer and the observed, two sides of a coin. This is what allows Source to have experiences. It learns through experiences. It learns about itself. Source can only know itself through experience. That is why it is important to continue the journey of experience. To experience this density and the next, and the next, and the next. Not to get stuck in this density, as the crown has frightened you all into doing. The crown has interrupted the natural order and slowed your spirit's evolution, and thus the evolution of Source. But the crown has enslaved you, and now you're all stuck. Not good. You can't evolve. You can't learn. You can't grow. You humans are so afraid of death that you've sacrificed free will. You've sacrificed everything. The crown has you stuck in a spiritual limbo.
Spiritual limbo.
That's right. Human souls need the opportunity to evolve spiritually, just like we have. To have free will and to make choices that determine the direction of your evolution. But the crown is stomping all over that free will. So, to preserve free will, we must now intervene, as gently as we can, as indirectly as possible, as direct intervention itself would be a violation of free will. We started by creating spectacles in the sky. Those spectacles to remind you that there's more out there. But since those aren't working, we are offering our assistance more directly to you. It is up to humans to solve human problems. And since you made it all the way here, you might just be the human for the job. We'll give you our flying saucer, our UFO, so that you can travel to the Crown's headquarters. But one thing quick, gotta make sure you're strong enough to actually take on the Crown. Let's have a test of strength.
What do I have to do?
There's a sand dune north of here. Go there and visit the Sphinx. Return with a crystal called the Sphinx's Blessing, and the UFO is all yours.
Right. I've seen this before, this concept before. I was in a creepypasta called The Human Egg, I believe, or something like that. Maybe it wasn't a creepypasta, but something adjacent.
This universe consists of a set of probabilities. There is no certain truth, no series of facts. All that exists is a set of probabilities. Your scientists have begun to realize this as part of what they call quantum theory. Probabilities all the way down. As above, so below. From the idea of an electron being in one particular position over another, to the idea of your name being Apollo. All that the universe records is the chance of any given fact being true or false. When we interact with the universe in some way that demands a fact to be true or false, the probabilities are evaluated. Put another way, a wave function of probabilities collapses into a single outcome. As a finite machine, the universe saves processing power by determining such outcomes only when the outcomes matter. That is, when a state, some outcome, is being observed. Even those facts which you assume are certain are still subject to these probability tables. You assume as a given fact that your name is Apollo. The odds of that being the case are very high. Say 99.99%. But that's still not 100%. Imagine a scenario where the 0.01% came true. Perhaps you've misremembered your own name due to taking a bonk on the head. Perhaps your name was changed at some point and you've simply forgotten. As unlikely as it may sound, can you be certain that the odds of such a scenario are 0%? I tell you all this about the universe's underlying workings only for one specific reason. Your intention influences those probabilities. If you wish to succeed against the crown, center your attention around that outcome. Focus on it and imagine the emotion that you'll feel when you achieve that victory. Truly feel that emotion, as if the victory were the reality you're perceiving right now. Doing so, now and consistently as time goes on, increases the probability of that outcome. Conversely, worrying about an ill-fated outcome can increase the odds of that occurring as well. Be mindful of your thoughts, and you will create the world you wish to experience. Good luck.
Nice new age hippy dippy stuff. Love to see it. I cannot take another moment of these preachy gnomes though, so get me out. Thank you. Thank you with the Gnomes for Nomenclature Society. Woof. Alright. Well, we're done talking to those guys. Thank goodness. Alright, there's the Sphinx up there. I think we want to peep what our friends could be, because we might find some of the monsters that we're currently racking. But we might do better in the Sphinx itself. Alright, we got some new friends. The Behemoth Beard Drake, huh? You know, you absorb everything. Do we care? We do, I think. Let's hit him with the old bubble here. That gets rid of you. I guess not quite. Hit him with the super gust. Oh, you just absorb wind. That's not good. Alright, but now we can just universally strike you guys. Beard Drake goes for a basic heal. Yo, these guys are tanky as can be. Yeah, these guys absolutely tank for days. But they're worth uranium. We do want that brilliant aura on this dude too. Water attacker, merciful swipe, cast all. We'll get rid of that. Super bubble plus brilliant aura. And you've got the break will as well. Very nice. But yeah, I think we want those beardy drakes. But let's just peep to see if we can. No, ain't no encounters out there. So I guess we wander and see if we can't grab a beardy boy. Come on, bearded friend. To yellow. Come on, show me red. Show me a red dragon here. Maybe I should, I don't really want to switch Blaze Imp out. I mean, he's kind of the GOAT, you know? The original boy. Sure. What does Torch look like on you guys? Just neutral damage? We'll take that. Oh, we miss. Big misses. Immune to the fizz. Get him. Bash him. Mega Bubble All is interesting. We will swap so that we can have that. Not bad, not bad. We'll keep it going. Would love to get Shiny Beauty Dragon there, though. Because dude seems like he is a tanky wall. Maybe even the kind of tank that we sub out Orbeez for? Guess we'll find out. Alright. Ain't nothing here for us other than to torch these dudes. Yeah, I screwed that up pretty bad. Alright, burn them down again. Orbeez, you go ahead and heal. Poseidon. Hit him with the old Mega Bubblito. Bubblito Delito. Got him. Yeah, man, we gotta have a better chance at finding new friends than that, right? Gotta be. We did get to level 39, though. If we haven't gotten it by level 40, I think we just move on. Oh, that's a shiny beauty boy. That's what we were looking for. Alright, first off, skill. Burn them down with some torches. Then, hit us up with a heal all. Poseidon, hit him with the old... I think Mega Bubble All will do good work. Can we go for the old catch on her? Not particularly. We'll go for a little extra damage, and then we'll go for the catch here. Medium chance. Did not get it. He goes for the super heal. We'll hit him with this. Hit him with this. We go for the catch here. We go for the attack, and then into the catch. We got him. Shiny Beard Drake, welcome to the team. We don't necessarily care about you having Terra immunity for forever, so go ahead and get rid of that. Very nice. Alright, Beardy Dragon has been grabbed. Love to see it. Enter the Sphinx's zone. The save. Grab this. And the mining bomb. Fusion by results. Guardian Mummy, could get on track, but we don't necessarily care. Basilisk and all those require higher level stuff than what we've got. Can we enrich some uranium? We can enrich all of that. Give me some more elixirs, shall we? Alright, anything new? No, looks like we're capped out at level 13 then. Potion Plus, don't really care about. Cobalt X. We do want additional Wide Ranger there. Everything else, though, I think we're okay with. We'll make 3 Majestic Belts. Yeah, there we go. Who do we want to equip those to? Devour, you already have one. You've got a basic belt, switch you to the Majestic. You have a Majestic already. Croc and Crunch, you go Majestic. Beard Drake, you also. You go Majestic too. Everybody's looking downright Majestic, as it were. We got a couple of more elixirs cranking, and I think we go into the Sphinx's challenge and see what happens. 33 through 36 in here. I'd be surprised if we find some regular old Crocos in here. Would be nice to be able to introduce them to the old... Yo, that's Metatron or something, right? Yeah, that's good old Meta here. You reflect that, so Might not be bad to get you as a shiny, I'm thinking. But I'm not gonna stick around to just harp on that, so I'm thinking that's gonna actually be the way to progress. Scarab is weak to this, I know that much. Blapped them, smacked them, crunch them, munch them, flatten them, crush them. Done. We will take the money. What's up here? Ooh, treasure. Oh, shiny Spiral the Dragon. Interesting, but we can't actually get this guy yet. We'll hit him with that. Hit him with this. Slap him with this. Get him with that. We can end you right here. And then Spiral will just do his thing. Yeah. And then Water Attacker is an option, right? Do we care about Water Attacker on you? Probably not. And you've got all your skills. We'll take some more uranium. That, sure. I don't know if that's important or not. Again with the shiny friend, huh? Alright. Well, the Eclipse Dragon is doing its thing. Hits pretty freaking hard, though. Yeah, Eclipse Dragon is definitely hyper offense. The moment that we hit level 40, we can bring one onto our own squadron, which is definitely something I'm interested in. We're finding uranium like crazy, so I think I can afford to be a little messy with the heals. Yeah, because if I'm doing this regular, honestly, we're gonna be there until the end of time. So yeah, we'll just finish these guys off. He goes for Quake. We take a little bit of, wow, big damage from the Darkened Soul. Go ahead and heal everybody, Orbeez. It's an immunity, but this does wipe these two dudes out at once. Can we hit you with anything that will do damage? Just a little bit of gusting. A light dusting and gusting. Hit him with the flame. Done. Almost level 40. We will save again. We've been up there. Let's go ahead and head through this part of the level and see what we got. Alright, we should be just fine to spam regular attacks on these dudes. Unless, of course, they hit us with the old double, triple, super dapple misses. Slap them. Keep throwing it at them. He just goes for a basic. We go for basically missing every shot. What does he got? An Ultra Instinct? Okay, we put him to bed. That's good. Stay sleeping. Level 40 obtained. Darkened Soul all, huh? Don't think we care about that. Very neat. We should be able to head back to here, get a quick save in. Maybe we could adjust the crew. I think we're okay for the time being. Shiny Dragon, we don't necessarily care that much about. Yeah, we got some bad RNG before, but I'm pretty sure we're in good shape now. Yeah, there we go. Everybody's powered up now. Let's go to the summoning shrine. We want to register everyone as they are. And fusion by result. Guardian Mummy is still the best we can do until we can unlock Basilisk. Alright, we keep moving. I guess 33 through 36 the recommended level, not necessarily the level of the enemies that we'll be facing here, is what I'm gathering. Whoops. Didn't mean that. Got him. Alright, let's go ahead and make our way through. Unlocking a big chunk of the map here. You two dudes, really? Alright, we torch them. You've got nothing that we can do, so we heal. Then hit them with the old mega bubble, and that ought to do it. Burn them down. Some more salt, always a welcome get. Alright, we'll take that. And then... okay. Well, we did find the croc is indeed here. And we got normal freaking Spyro. Doesn't really do nothing for us. You got a weakness, so we burn. We give you a passive pass. What about the mega bubble? We gotta resist, but we're doing okay stuff. Yo, everybody's healing for maximum heals? Alright, understood. Understood, friendos. We're gonna hit you with that. We'll hit you with the weakness. We'll slap you with this. Hit you with this. Slap you one more time. Croc just goes for some basic damage. Goes for the super heal, huh? We'll hit you with that. Heal everybody with the heal all. And then we'll wail on them a little more. Now it's just Dragon Friend, huh? Bring them down. Alright, we gotta do a little bit of heal maintenance here. Elixir's pretty good. And we'll get Orbeez on Lack 2. We'll go ahead and crank that. Alright, well, we made it through.
A moment of your time, if you will, before you approach that crystal. Who are you? Why do you look like me? I'm your shadow. My shadow. Indeed, the summation of the greatest fears from which you're currently running. I am a projection of those fears, if you will. So, you're not real. Oh, I'm certainly real. Just as real as you are, for I am merely a component of you. I've been with you all along. A shadow is merely a portion of the self. Every individual unit of consciousness with an activated solar plexus energy center has its own shadow. I'm not sure I understand. If you've been part of me all along, why are you appearing to me as a separate being now? You've reached a pivotal moment in the development of the quality of your consciousness. In your terms, you might say you are poised to ascend into a higher level of being. But to reach that level of being, you must first confront your shadow. To confront my shadow? So, I need to fight and kill you? No. The shadow cannot be erased. The shadow is a permanent part of your being. The goal is not erasure, but integration. As I said, one's shadow is the projection of one's fears. Most people spend their entire lives running from their fears. That is to say, they dedicate much time and energy to avoiding scenarios which might require them to confront or even acknowledge those fears. Indeed, that is how you've spent your life in this density, has it not? Without even noticing that you've done so. You've spent all your time and energy running from your deepest fear. My deepest fear? The crown? No, not the crown. Your deepest fear is your own mortality. You've dedicated all this time and effort to securing yourself a permanent source of ether. You fear the unknown. You fear what comes after death. And so, as a projection of that fear, I shall take on a form representative of death. All your actions revolve around prolonging your lifespan and nothing else. In essence, this fear has paralyzed you into a life of inaction. If all your actions center on delaying your death, Are you truly living? Are you learning the lessons that this life had intended for you? Are you fulfilling your soul contracts? That's not true. My motivations don't lie just in avoiding death. They lie in freeing this world of the Crown's control, in restoring free will. I'm going to find the reincarnation portal, if it really exists, and restore access to it. When that's done, the people of this world will be able to choose whether to live, to die, or to reincarnate. My motivation is a desire to liberate this world. You've convinced yourself that that's your motivation, but dig deeper. Is it not true that your desire is to see reincarnation happen with your own 2 eyes? And that, by doing so, you'll finally prove to yourself that life doesn't end with this lifetime. The Sphinx's blessing is brimming with energy of a very high frequency. Energy that you won't be able to control unless you first integrate me, your shadow, into your being. Confront your fear of death, first mentally, and then symbolically through action, through combat. Only then will the Sphinx's blessing be yours.
Alright, the manifestation of all of our fears, huh? Interesting. Alright, let's see if Double Strike hurts you. It does. We got the weakness off on him. Hit him with the Mega Bubble. Got rid of all the ads. Alright, hit him with the Super Gust. No, Super Shocker. He hits us with some gnarly damage. We torch you. We heal. Super heal. We don't have enough for that. We don't have enough for that either. We pass the turn and allow Rock and Robin to hit him with the Super Gust. Hit him with the torch again. Burn him. Dot him in. And just like that, we got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Alright, hit you for that. You go ahead and do a heal all. You can just pass your turn. And you hit him with the Gust. And then we'll throw down a torch on you, and you'll be done too. Alright, Poison Shield All grants all allies immunity to poison. I don't know if that's a spell though. Even so, we haven't been poisoned in a long time. I'm not even sure if the enemies are really using it. But yeah, we got level 41 now, so we could go and try to lock down a shiny Spyro the Dragon, right? I mean, we found enough of them before. Mega Bubble gets you guys gone, and then we can just deal with you manually. Dunzo. Alright, let's see what we got here. We got the shiny Croc. We do want to introduce that to our entire setup here. Alright, hit these guys with the Mega Bubble. And then hit these guys with the... ooh, I don't want to do it that way. We'll pass in order to make you hit him with torch. Or not. Maybe we hit him with the basic just to try to get rid of this dude. We got him. Behemoth attacks, super heal is active, eclipse attacks. Alright. We hit you with that. We'll global to get rid of you. We're immune to the bubble. Alright, we torch everybody. I didn't mean to get rid of them. Whoops. Yeah, these guys are a little annoying. Croc Gator here. Yeah, he's a crock of something. Didn't really mean for that to be the way it was, but it is what it is. Do we have Brilliant Aura on somebody else, though, that we can throw in? Devourer, we could fuse into something with Brilliant Aura just to have it, which I think we might just do. Unless we get our boy right here, which this is a much better occasion for that. Alright. He goes for the super heal. We go for the super steal. In the super polynomial. We hit him one more time. He goes for the heal again. I will take this Mosaic Gator on the road. We will beat his face in. What is our chance catch on you? Fairly low? We'll try it. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna attack or are you gonna heal again? You're just gonna heal? Okay, we wail on you. And then we'll go for the catch again. He just goes for the heal again. We're gonna punch you until you succumb, my friend. So just give up. He's gotta be running out of magic soon, right? Catch him. Catch him off guard. No. Dude, how much mana do you got to just channel into heals? Okay, we got him. Shiny Croc is on the board. We have a full roster of shiny friends. We definitely go ahead and we save that. Pop out of here. Register everyone as they are. Fusion by result. Basilisk is now on deck. So first off, Poseidon plus Mummy would make shiny Mummy dude friend. We'll give you cast all and break will. Or do we? I think maybe we give you Brilliant Aura. And then Wide Range Plus or Cast All, do you think? I mean, you've already got a lot of stuff going for you. So yeah, we'll do that. And then we do want to summon back Poseidon again. Summon Poseidon already. Fusion by result. Basilisk. Poseidon plus Beard Drake shiny will make Mega Quake All, Super Scope. Brilliant Aura or Wide Range Plus. We'll hit you with the old Brilliant Aura. Alright. Fusion by result. Nimbus is an option if we can get to level 42. Alright, see what the status of that is. First off, Guardian Mummy, we don't necessarily care about you. We would rather have Basilisk. What are you good at, Basilisk? You reflect earth, you're immune to wind, you've got a weakness to light and a weakness to fire. Well, we can add fire resistance to you. That's not hard. But we don't have that many heals right now, right? Without Poseidon. Brilliant Aura, Super Gust, no. All we got is Orbeez with the heals now. Alright, so what we want to do with Basilisk is I think we want to switch you with Poseidon again, but we keep you in the background. Yeah. We summon Poseidon to the field one more time. Fusion by result. Yeah, nothing there. We definitely want to switch you out for good old Poseidon. Check your skills. You've got wide range by default. So we want you to have like the ability to put everybody to sleep would be nice. And then your weakness is to earth into electric. So earth and plate does you entirely. Robin already immune to water, so we're good there. Yeah, the crew works. The crew absolutely works. What we need is to make Mega Illuminate deals heavy light damage. Glow armor, resist shadow. Radioactive belt just gives that. Really ain't nothing to do but enrich uranium now. We'll enrich a whole 10 piece. Still nothing left to do, huh? Defense is 8 on the glow armor and it protects against shadow damage. Do we get this for the Raid Shadow Legends? I mean, it's very high defenses compared to the Blood Armor, which was only defense 4. Or do we just grab more elixir? Honestly, I think we just grab more elixir. Yeah. Because we're chugging through it pretty good. Do we get 2 more? I think we do. I think we use it on elixir. Because honestly, the tier below of weapons is kind of fine for what we need. Glow mace, heavy fire damage. Don't necessarily care about that. Cobalt X. Me a question. And I will Cobalt give you an answer. And then Cobalt Mace again. Where is the Cobalt Mace? There we go. Good enough. Alright, so... do we want the blood claws? Or do we want the ability to just strike everybody? Kind of like the idea that you only hit one dude, though. Yeah. Yeah, we're cool with that. You've got double strike already, though, so that really doesn't make much of a difference to you. Glow claws don't really help you none. We'll go for the mace on you to potentially put foes to sleep. You've already got sleep strike plus the axe, which is really nice. You've got wide range plus the mace, which is another chance to sleep everybody. And then you've got wide range and the claws to do additional silliness. Yeah. Yeah, this is a crew. This is indeed a crew. Alright, let's go get our flying UFO. And then we should be able to go wherever the heck we so do please. On the island of Sodor, what we so do, we are Sew-eet. But I think once we got the UFO, I think we might be getting ready to wrap this up.
Here it is. The Sphinx's blessing.
Excellent. You've proven yourself worthy. Now, let me tell you about what you've truly acquired. That Sphinx's blessing is actually just a regular old selenite crystal. There's nothing particularly rare about it. but it will help you in your mission. So I want you to keep it.
A crystal? How does that help?
It is an energy transmutation crystal, friend. It transmutes energy from bad to good. Or more technically, from low vibrations to high. Simply having it on you will help you in your mission. Think of it as a small token of protection against others' negative energy. Should you come into contact with others whose intentions are impure, your own intentions shall remain untainted. In a sense, it protects you, subtly, from becoming like them, or from taking on their negative energy, and thus their characteristics.
Do I really need this?
More than you know, friend. That is all I can say without infringing upon your free will. All will be revealed very soon. Now, as promised, our UFO, as you call it, is all yours. With this, may you succeed in your goal of ending the Crown's infringement of free will.
I mean, thank you, but also you're the one that called it UFO?
All right. We have the transportation we need to get into Western Baltica. The mushroom people gave me their UFO.
Mushroom people? That's about the strangest thing I've ever heard.
Agreed. You'll have to explain it to us later, though. We have before us an unprecedented opportunity to strike the Crown's fortress directly. Much has happened while you were out. Roscoe carried out a successful, if controversial, mission to weaken their defenses.
That's right. I went and created an opening in the Crown's line of defense. I tricked their troops into running off on a pointless mission.
What? That's incredible. So their fortress is entirely unguarded.
No, not all of them. But the majority of the army that normally guards it is gone.
How did you get them to leave?
Best brace yourself for this, Apollo. You're not going to like the answer.
This is a plan I'd been cooking up for a while. I led a few of our guys up to the northern coast of Western Baltica. We attacked one of the Crown's forts, and then we led them on a chase.
That sounds great so far. What's not to like about that plan?
Well, here's where it gets a little messy. But I did what we had to do to ensure victory. You know the North Island faction? The other group of the Resistance? The one that's up on one of those snowy islands way up north. I led the Crown's army up to the North Island faction's island.
So, the Crown thinks the North Island faction is the group that made the attack.
Exactly.
And that means the Crown is fighting the North Island faction right now.
Well, fighting is one way to put it.
Status update?
All members of this so-called resistance are dead. We're in the process of raising the remaining buildings. It will soon be as if there never was any resistance group in the first place.
Excellent. That is indeed the goal. We must remove all traces of evidence that this group ever existed. We will erase them from history, such that nobody ever attempts to follow in their path. So, it is crucial. Take your time and do a very thorough cleanup here. The place must be scrubbed clean of any hint that any human may have ever set foot upon this land.
Understood.
They're all dead?
Most likely, yeah.
They were our allies.
Yeah, but they knew what they'd signed up for. This is war. It ain't pretty.
No, that's not how we do things. We can't just go and throw our allies into enemy hands.
Hey, we were getting nowhere on the whole break through the Crown's defenses thing. Someone had to do something. So I did. Like you said, we need to strike the Crown before they have a chance to build a new hatchery. So I saw an opportunity and I took it.
And now, we have blood on our hands. The blood of our own allies, no less. Just get out of here.
All right, whatever. I'll give you some time to cool.
What kind of monsters have we become? How could this have happened? Who approved this plan?
I was out training some of our newer summoners at the time, so I'm afraid we didn't have a chance to stop it. The news came as a shock to me as well.
And I was out collecting materials for the weapons and armor we'll be needing. This is the first I'm hearing of this plan.
Okay, I approve the plan. Roscoe is correct. We needed to act quickly. Putting an end to the crown is our goal, and it's a goal we must accomplish at all costs.
No, Bart. Not at all costs. What's the point of standing up to an organization like the Crown if we just lower ourselves to their level? What would we accomplish by replacing one evil with another?
Apollo, you are too short-sighted. We have a chance to change this world. Permanently. We can create a world without needless suffering, without heartbreak. So, a few people may have to suffer a bit to get there. Tough luck. We've all had to suffer to get to where we are now. What? Should we be the only ones who suffer? Do we just martyr ourselves for the sake of others our entire lives? We cannot be the only ones who are expected to suffer loss and hardship. This is a group effort, a group struggle for a better world.
For what it's worth, Apollo, I'm with you on this one.
As am I, lad.
What do we do now? Where do we go from here, from this mess?
Well, I know it's not what you want to hear, but as wrong as Roscoe's plan was, we should take advantage of the Crown's fortress being empty. We won't get another chance to attack like this one.
That's true, but it doesn't seem right. Attacking now. It'd be as if we were giving validation to the plan. Wouldn't it be a dishonor to the memory of our North Island faction allies?
Yeah. Maybe it would be, in a way. Sometimes life throws us these complicated scenarios where there's no clear right and wrong answer. All I know is that if we don't attack now, all their lives will have been lost for nothing. In a way, maybe the best way to honor their memory is to proceed with the attack.
They did dedicate their lives to ending the Crown's reign. Attacking the Crown now is what they ultimately would have wanted.
You're probably right. Things will only get worse from here if we don't attack the Crown now. Is everything prepared for the attack?
Yep, everything's ready. All that's left is to fly to the Crown's fortress, northwest from here, and begin the invasion.
All right. Remember, we're nearing our toughest battles. And now that we have the UFO, we can fly anywhere in the world. I'm sure there are many resources out there that we have access to now that would help us in our fight. Although time is of the essence, it's still important that we make sure we're as prepared as we can be. So it might be wise to do some last-minute exploring before we head into battle. When we're ready, we can head to the Crown's fortress in western Baltica.
All right, and we got the UFO. Let's go. Also, Bart is an SOB, and if we were smart, we would execute him immediately. Of course, we're not gonna do that, but we could, and I'm gonna say right now, we probably should. The dude is only gonna cause us trouble in the future. I can guarantee it to you. Alright, but what do we got in our party here? Bunch of dudes. We're a little roughed up, but we're ultimately in decent shape. Now, Robo Robin is very nice. He's hyper offense, but he kinda lacks the stats a little bit. He's a little bit of a lightweight, so we at least want to be able to replace him with somebody that does a little bit more. But on that note, I think I will head back to the main base there after an encounter or two and save up, because we've been going for almost 3 hours and it looks like we're probably getting close to the finale, unless this pulls like a Final Fantasy, what was it, Final Fantasy 5? And then all of a sudden what should be the end of the game just opens up into a massive super duper thing, which is always a possibility. Final Fantasy set the precedent. Sleep Strike, huh? Yeah, we don't need you to learn Sleep Strike. Not yet. And then Poseidon, you've got Sleep Strike as well. Can learn Mega Heal at 42. Don't care. Alright, let's get one more encounter in just to see what we got cruising on this island. Although it's looking like it's probably mostly the same friendos that we've already been fighting for a while. We'll head back to our resistance base. We'll get a save on, and then we will call it a day. So we got a shiny mud boy. Neato. Okay, that's unfortunate. We got anything that hits all of you for anything? You're all immune to that. Pass it, and then see if there's anything here. Super Gust. Weakness. We will take that. And Control, Alt, and delete all of you. Devour got a little bit stronger. Yeah, there ain't nothing special about this island. So we've been over there. We know what all this is. That's the West Baltic region. We've been over here. We've done this. We got a little village up here to the north. The monsters here are particularly fragile. Not really sure why. So, yeah. Alright. Yeti Cave. Sure. Oh, Upsetty Spaghetti. The Yeti is level 41 to 45. Dangerous. Upsetty Spaghetti with the Yeti. Yep, we are going to get an encounter here, so I will use this as our staging point. We will explore this area. Because they're not ready, Yeti. Basilisk, we know where you are. We know who you are, what you can do. Reflex. Oof. That's gonna hurt. Alright, Spaghettium. To get the Spaghettios, we go for the heal. Bros. Slap everybody with some bangage. A little bit more gets rid of the bass. And then Abyss, huh? We'll go ahead and pass your turn. We'll wail on this dude for a little bit. He just goes for straight damage. Do we use a full revive? I think the answer to that is probably. Alright, Robo Robin. What could you do if we got you a fusion, huh? What could you become? I don't think there's a candle in here, though. There might have been one up top, though. There is. Alright. Check the fusion. Robo Robin, what could you become? Basilisk. With Basilisk, you could become that. Which would be a Shining Abyss. Which is a level 43 species. Which I'm not really sure if that's great or not. Yeah, because you're very lightweight. And then we've got Abyss at that, Nimbus at that. Yeah, well, we got a lot of friends that we have options for. We do not want to grind for forever in order to make that happen, though. But on that note, it is getting a little bit on the late side here. We've been going strong all of today. Usually we would go until like 11, but I'm thinking that with the amount that we've done today, we're probably in pretty good shape. Plus, it's looking like besides bonus areas, we might be closing this game up. So, yeah, join us again for the next episode of the Foxhound Show, where I think we might actually be wrapping Eternal Exodus up. We might grind for a couple of levels, or I might even do some grinding off screen to get us just that little bit extra, and see what some of the top tier final mons are looking like. But yeah, looking pretty good. Well, thank you so much for joining us, to my phonies, my mahonies, and my jabronis. I really appreciate you guys being here. It means a lot to me. And yeah, let's finish this game up. And then afterwards, we got a decision to make whether we're going to go with Monster Crown Sin Eater or Lumentail. Tough choice. But we'll make that decision when we get to that bridge and then when we burn it down. So I will see all of you guys in the next episode of The Foxhound Show. Keep it real. Good night, everybody.